Hello, I am Juliana. I am a quantum human design specialist and a registered therapeutic counselor. Um, but above all, I am just fascinated in the gene keys and the gates and how they play out in our collective energies, specifically how we can look and see the shadows of them all play out. Um, what's really important to note, I believe, is that because we all have these archetypal energies inside of us, and we want to create change in our world, when we shift from the shadow expression of these into a higher expression of these archetypal energies, that then creates a ripple into the world. And so when we notice a shadow playing out in the world, it's a perfect opportunity for us to go, okay, where am I doing that? And how can I shift that in myself? So today we're going to talk about gate 34 or gene key 34. And I'll start with human design and then I'll move to the gene keys. I tend to spend more time pondering the gene key interpretation. So gate 34 is in the sacral, and it has three different directions it goes in. So it goes to the throat via gate 20, it goes to the G center via gate 10, and it goes from the sacral to the spleen via gate 57. And the name of this gate in quantum human design and traditional human design is the gate of power. And it really is about harnessing power, your own individual power, to unify and transform people. And it's about power into empowerment, to feel empowered in yourself. And it's a very fast gate. I do not have this gate. I'm a projector. I don't have this activated in me. I know a lot of people who do, and they're very quick and fast moving. And so one of the things with this gate is, in order to harness power, sometimes we need to slow down first. So slow down to go fast. Okay. So the gene key, the shadow of this, is known as the shadow of force. And this is, we see this everywhere in the world, this forcing to make things happen, using our own individual force to try to create change or do something different. And this is really very much based on the primal drive to survive, right? That whole term, survival of the fittest. And at some point in our evolution, this force was perhaps necessary for our survival. Perhaps it brought us to where we are now. I don't really know. But it's about it's like that drive to I will do anything to survive, right? Which leads to that idea of competitive power. It's really about the shadow side. It's like, if we think of forcing it, I think of water. I often think of water when I think of this. So it's like it's taking a man-made structure in a river and forcing the river to go in a different direction, which is all about efforting. It takes a tremendous amount of effort to redirect a flow of water. And this is what happens in the shadow side of this gene key 34, is that we're forcing flow to go in a different way. And when we do this, it can pull us out of our body, and it can pull us away of the physical response that we're designed to have to life, right? We are not our heads. We are not meant to make decisions from our heads. We are not meant to decide we want to do something and then force it to happen. We're meant to have a physical response to our environment and what shows up in it, and then respond and move with that. We are not separate from this environment. We are of the environment. We are a part of it. The environment is always communicating to us. And so on this shadow side is it pulls us out of our body and sees us as separate. And it puts us in the head of planning and strategizing. And while strategy has its place and planning has its place, it is not where we are meant to move from. We plan and strategize, and then we wait for the physical response in the body to feel and flow for right timing, for right people, for right knowing. And on the shadow side, this can show up as being afraid of your own power and then letting others walk all over you. So that's kind of on the on one side of this shadow. It's like you can feel your own power, but you're afraid of it, and then you just let others walk all over you. Or it can show up as being bossy or bullyish. So the gift of this gene key is the gift of strength. And transitioning between force to strength is the ability to tap into right timing and right activities. And in order to tap into right timing and right activities, you need to be in your body. You need to feel what is right for you. Your mind can talk you into or out of anything. Anything. Your body doesn't lie. Your body will tell you once you have cultivated a relationship with it, you have set the intention to be like, okay, if you're a generator type, what does my sacral feel like? Right? If you're another type, it's kind of like, or if you don't listen to human design and just the gene keys, it's like, how does right timing feel to me? How do right people feel to me in my body? Do you get an inner knowing? Do you hear something? Do you feel something? When people speak truth to me, my body gets covered in goosebumps, right? I know that's my body agreeing to what someone has said. And so when we can tap into right timing and right activities and right people, we create an alignment of our life force energy that then is transmitted into strength, that is transmitted into focus and intention and deliberate action. And there's a bit of a slowness in that, right? The slowing down to go fast. Because if you think of a river, and you know there are some rivers that move very quickly and they have rapids on them, but then a river will often come to a place where it's a little bit flatter and it meanders, but the power and the strength in that river has not decreased just because it appears slower. So when we connect to the physicality of life, when you allow yourself to strategize and plan from your mind, but then tap in to your body, your physical body, the physicality of your existence, and focus and intend and move with deliberate choices from the physical response to your world, you're going to tap into strength. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this, I invite you to like, share, subscribe. You can also go down in the comments section. There's a link to my website, and you can sign up for a free 2-week course on how to cultivate your own loving boundaries for yourself. Thank you so much, and I hope that was helpful.